What if the most powerful catalyst for social change wasn't the fiercest policy or the richest donor, but you, armed with emotional intelligence, cognitive mastery, and the right AI tools? In the next minute, you'll discover how today's top changemakers, from grassroots activists to Fortune 500 execs, are fusing heart, mind, and machine to break down barriers, elevate marginalized voices, and rewrite the rules of leadership. Ready to lead beyond boardrooms and headlines? Let's ignite the engine of inclusive impact. Stay tuned because the future won't wait for you to catch up. Imagine walking into a school where the desks are cracked, the books outdated, and being told it's good enough. Or sitting in a boardroom where your ideas fade into silence unless they echo the majority. Across organizations, education systems, and government halls, we face the same story: potential squandered, voices silenced, futures traded for expedience. Data is stark. Students in low-income areas score 30% lower on literacy tests. Women hold just 25% of leadership roles. Ethnic minorities are twice as likely to be overlooked for promotion. These aren't just numbers, they're lives deferred, dreams deferred. But what if the real engine of change isn't more funding, more policies, or more speeches? What if it's a new leadership paradigm, one powered by cognitive mastery, emotional intelligence, and AI-driven insight? IQ, EQ, and AI, the triple engine for inclusive leadership and social justice. This is your call to action. Join us, because the future we build depends on the leaders we become. Engine 1, Cognitive Mastery, or IQ, begins with rigorous analysis. Consider the example of the Horizons Policy Lab, a think tank devoted to closing educational divides. They didn't rely on anecdotes. They harnessed millions of student records, test scores, attendance, demographic data to build predictive models. Using machine learning algorithms, random forests to identify at-risk schools, regression models to pinpoint resource shortfalls, they discovered that targeted tutoring in just 20% of underperforming schools could boost district-wide literacy rates by 15% within 2 years. Their model also revealed that small group mentoring had a higher return on investment than broad-based curriculum changes. Armed with these insights, Horizons provided local authorities with a clear roadmap: deploy resources where data shows the greatest impact, monitor outcomes in real time, and iterate. The result? A 12-point gain in reading proficiency across pilot districts and a scalable blueprint for national policy reform. Your takeaway: don't guess, measure. Start by assembling the data you already have. Use accessible tools like Google Data Studio or Tableau Public to visualize key metrics. Ask 3 questions. Where is the gap largest? Which interventions offer the highest ROI? How will you track progress? By mastering data-driven decision-making, you transform good intentions into measurable impact, powering the IQ engine of inclusive leadership. Tip: consider using a rapid data dashboards, e.g. Google Data Studio, for real-time equity monitoring. Engine 2, Emotional Intelligence, or EQ, fuels the human connection that data alone cannot. Consider Amina, a grassroots leader with the Relief Hope non-profit, who faced deep mistrust among families displaced by conflict. Instead of imposing solutions, Amina created listening circles, safe spaces where every voice was honoured. She opened each session with the question, "What do you need most today?" Then she simply listened. No judgment, no agenda. At first, only a few spoke, but week by week the circle grew and the walls of suspicion crumbled. As trust blossomed, families began sharing vital information: where clean water was scarce, which children had missed vaccinations, what jobs they once held. Relief Hope used these insights to tailor health clinics and vocational training, improving outcomes by 40% within 6 months. Your takeaway: Create your own listening circles, whether in your team, your family, or your community. Invite open sharing with a simple, empathetic question. Listen without planning your response. Reflect back what you hear. It sounds like you felt. These steps don't just gather data, they rebuild trust and unlock the collective wisdom you need to lead with real empathy. Tip: weekly empathy debriefs, structured 360-degree peer check-ins. Engine 3, Artificial Intelligence Quotient, or AIQ, unlocks predictive power that transforms policy from reactive to proactive. Take the city of Brighton and Hove, which faced rising food insecurity hotspots after pandemic job losses. Partnering with DataKind UK, Brighton's council fed anonymised census data, benefit records, and local charity reports into an H2O AI model. Within weeks, the algorithm pinpointed 15 neighbourhoods at imminent risk, weeks before families ran out of meals. Armed with these insights, mobile pantries and targeted vouchers rolled out ahead of need, reducing emergency food bank visits by 28% in just 3 months. AI must be grounded in trust and fairness. Only then can it truly empower every individual it touches. Satya Nadella, your AIQ Toolkit. Covio, an ethical recommendation engine that surfaces resources to those who need them most, while guarding against algorithmic bias. Pair these with community input and transparent governance, and you'll not only predict crises, you'll prevent them, honouring Satya Nadella's call for AI that empowers with equity. Synergy and Action Plan, how to design your own inclusion engine sprints. Template IQ plus Cubes AIQ in 30-day cycles in description. Ready to make IQ, EQ and AIQ your daily rhythm? Let me share how Lena, a program manager at a global health NGO, transformed her team in a single 30-day cycle. Week 1, data workshop. Week 2, empathy circles. Week 3, AI lab. Week 4, integrated showcase. Week 1, IQ. Lena led a data deep dive, training colleagues on basic analytics and mapping service gaps. Week 2, EQ. They hosted daily listening circles, inviting frontline staff to share emotional highs and lows, building trust. Week 3, AIQ. The team experimented with H2O AI to forecast patient outreach needs and used Covio to ethically surface resources. Week 4, integration. Finally, they ran a showcase, combining insights, stories, and predictive models to design a 2025 action plan. The result? A 25% boost in program efficiency, a 40% rise in staff engagement, and a blueprint they now replicate every month. Satya Nadella declares, "Success today requires us to stitch together our intellectual rigour, our emotional wisdom, and our digital insight into one seamless fabric. Use this 30-day cycle as your template, data to discover, empathy to connect, AI to predict, and a final week to weave them into lasting impact. Start today, iterate monthly, and watch your inclusive leadership engine roar to life. Join the movement, ignite your IQ, EQ, and AIQ all at once." Here's a structured 30-day cycle to harness IQ, EQ, and AIQ in description below. Satya Nadella's words remind us, success today requires us to stitch together our intellectual rigour, our emotional wisdom, and our digital insight into one seamless fabric. Subscribe to join the Change Academy tribe, where every leader becomes a changemaker. Watch, learn, apply, and share to spark movements.